take that. Okay. We'll cast that. Yeah. All right. Didn't think we were going to win that one. Vivian surviving there was great. And hitting me hostage taker was pretty nuts. This is so swingy, though. Oh, your board's dead. Oh, you're dead next turn. Now I'm dead next turn. Now someone else not in the game is dead next turn. Crazy format, man. All right, what are the rewards? Golden cards. Okay. I don't know. It's fun, though. It's kind of a fun format. I wasn't expecting it to be this fun. It's all over the place, but it's kind of ridiculously fun. All right. I have lands in my hand, I guess. There's just double tap lands, which sucks, but I go first. So I'm going to be 1 turn delayed on my Incubation Druid, which kind of blows. I've got a bunch of 2-drops in hand. Have to play Forest out here. Now any untapped land activates Incubation Druid. Can't take this roller coaster of emotions, right? That's how it feels for sure. All right. Let's run out Incubation Druid. And let's run out tap land. Okay. So we ramp to 5 next turn. Yeah, okay. Killed him, and the Dork's pretty solid, but we still get binding out this way. I'm fine with this. Actually fixes my lands too. I really like him to play something. Is this an enchantment? Yes. Beginning of your upkeep, draw a card and lose a life. That's a good card, huh? Fuck that card. So I have enough. I have green, black. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So I can just rebirth the Druid at 6. So next turn is probably Shade, but possibly Eldest Reborn.
Welcome back.
/m/.
How do I say your name? Elementapi? Target player discards 2 cards. Shade land, I guess. Thanks to the resubmit.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Nope. All right.
Praise the sub.
McWaffle with the sub. Thanks. I don't think I need to cast this card right now as a 2/1. I don't think it does anything. So I think I'm just going to cast my Shade and start beating. LMNOP. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. I was trying to figure out. Okay. Well, thanks for the sub, LMNOP.
Our actions determine the course of history.
Put a card in your opponent's hand, the other will be exiled. Okay. This is sack a creature planeswalker, right? Yeah. So we'll go eat Karn. Go ahead and choose creature or planeswalker. Card's so fucking good. Get in for 3. I think I hold land here. Cause I can recur this and play it as a 5/3. It's got a lot of cards in hand. What does this card do? 7, destroy target permanent. He's got a Trail of Ambition. I can remove his blocker. What else does it do? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to the creature's controller. It's not super threatening, but I get good mana curve with destroy plus that. I think we will. Never. Get in. Play Scrap Heat Recursion. Alright, we bringing back his Planeswalker here. The draw cards Karn is pretty good. What other creatures does he have over there? Just the 3/3. That's a bad one, huh? I don't suppose this anything kills artifacts, does it? What the fuck does this card do? Flying, it's crew 3, deals 3 when it attacks. That card's terrifying.
I battle for the forces of good.
Put a card you own with the silver counter from exile, create a token, 0/0, gets +1 for each artifact. That's pretty bad all around, so let's go ahead and plus it.
A curious choice.
Which planeswalker would you like to put in my hand? Seems like a good option for him. Alright, now the scary part is this card crews on 3, right? Gives me Vraska. I could play it as a 2-drop, so I have 6 mana here. I think I will. So, play land. Swing. Does it matter the order? I don't think it does. Vraska. Leaving black mana up. That's reasonable. Minus remove his monument.
Only I guess today's your lucky day.
And then we're going to Sky Shade. As a 3/1. Okay. Problem is he can play creature crew instantly, right? And then there's a fucking 6/5 flyer that nukes out two targets, so he can kill Karn and kill Vraska by just attacking with that once. The card is scary. Speak of the devil. I mean, he takes 6 for this if he doesn't kill any of my creatures. Maybe he leaves Vraska at 1. It's possible. Not the card I wanted to see right now. Rebirth only gets me Incubation Druid, which is really unexciting. Although a Menace Attacker is decent. Get him for 6 here. He just crews again and kills another creature while hitting me for 6, right? It's a lot. Otherwise, it's exile and get a zombie. It doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah, Incubation's a threat. I mean, it's probably better than not. I mean, what else am I going to do with my hand, right? So, we'll get in for 6 here. And then we'll rebirth this on 6. I only have 6 too, so I can't even play the Cold Steel Heart's fine. I'll leave the land in hand to recur the Shade. But I don't think we're in good shape here anymore. He's got 2 cards in hand. Granted, one of them he just drew. But I can't beat this fucking artifact. I mean, I have creatures in my... I have that one guy who eats creatures in my graveyard that can beat him. But until I get that... I guess if I can top deck Vivian too, deals nicely with this board. But it's just a bit scary at the moment. Oh, Battle Hag. It's good for him. Gains him life. Exiles my creature. That recurs otherwise. It's quite annoying. Second attack with this fucking Sovereign. What do you think he nukes here? I think he nukes the Druid. He goes to 2 with that. It's pretty bold. Adapt is not tapping, as we remembered it earlier. Scrap heat, okay. I am low enough that I can die. I take 10 with another 3 to the creature or planeswalker, that's fine. It's just a tap land. Okay, so this is CMC3, discard or return. That doesn't do anything for us on this board, unfortunately. We get him for 5, bring him to 2. Play out another attacker. Seems reasonable. Okay. Glorybringer can exert. Okay. Do I have another creature in my graveyard, by the way, chat? Don't. Does it eat anything else? Exile another creature card. I actually can't even bring that back right now. I mean, he can't exert and crew with that. If he draws another card, he could, though. And that would be pretty bad if he drew another thing that could crew the ship and then exerts. I'm not sure where... Is this game over? I guess I have 2 lethal attackers and he doesn't have a way to gain life. So he crews, kills my 2/1, dies to the 3/5, I guess. But didn't he just make his own grave there by not killing the Incubation Druid over the Scrap Heap Challenger? It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe I could have brought it... I don't know. Okay. Alright, where are we at? 11:15. Okay. You want to bring back an opponent's end step? Sure, but I was checking my graveyard to see if I could bring it back before making other decisions. And the answer was no, I couldn't. But yeah, I guess if he killed one of those creatures, then we could recur it, and then maybe... Oh, I see. So potentially I shouldn't have played the Cold Heart because I could have got another attacker off if I hadn't played Cold Heart. Cold Heart wasn't necessary for my board, and it would have given me some protection if you removed my creatures. I see what you're saying. Yep, that would have been better. No mana dorks. You guys want to play out a Masked Vandal? Red, green, white, Paradise Druid, Hexproof. Kind of sucks. I would really actually like to just play this on... I'm going to play this on 3 as a mine route, I guess. It's pretty unexciting. But I gotta do something. My next couple turns are scripted, right? It's binding into Icy with a mana up to tap. So... I've not been getting super good value out of this card. We've never rebirthed with it. Every time we've done it, it's been kill a creature and make the opponent discard at 7 mana, which is okay. But it's not very exciting. Dude, he held up Paradise Druid. That seems so scammy. He'd only sack this if he has a target, right? I know binding's a target, but Hostage Taker isn't. It's not very exciting to have Hostage on the field like this with the opponent having literally every mana color available with Paradise Druid. Dude, did you just play Angelic Visitation when I have a Brontodon that you just gave me? That seems really dumb. Okay. I'm gonna play your Brontodon. I'm gonna attack her in the face. I want to play Brontodon, so this might be a good target for binding. But I A, don't want to give him a turn to utilize this because I can just lose to the creature it summons. And B, I don't want Brontodon value to be wasted. So I'm going to sack the Brontodon and have no problems with that whatsoever. There's an argument for playing binding or something else there, but I don't... I mean, the 3/4 is big on this board, but not amazingly big. I'm not expecting to win with that 3/4. I just want to get the value out of that. Chariot's pretty nasty. He eternalizes us at 6. So this is removal. I'm not going to play it out. I'm going to play Binding here and nuke the artifact over there. I have no creatures in my graveyard, so I get no value out of Mass Vandal. Yet. I think that's just good enough to destroy, honestly. Get another removal for the next creature, too. One red, one blue. Or one red, one green. I guess he could... I mean, I don't know what that pause is. I guess the pause could be a crew. I guess the pause could also be one of the 1 mana tricks that gives hexproof. But then shouldn't he have then crewed it and then done that? Alright, opponent. No problem. What is this? Return target human to give it indestructible. No humans. Take 4. He doesn't have the mana to do it anyways. So, take our forest. Remove this card. I'd love to play Realm Eater, but that's a 7/6, so I guess we're dealing with that. We're going to take a shit ton of damage this turn. I'll block Paradise Druid if he attacks. Not terribly exciting here. Maybe I could have Icy'd for a turn, but man, I don't know. Would I have mana for Icy and Realm? That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Okay. Yeah, the 4/4 comes back. Dude, I guess I'm just jumping. Opponent! I don't know where your tempo came from. Just all of your cards leaving bodies behind has been kind of shit for me. So what does this card do when I lose stuff? I get tokens. Tokens wipe. Can I do anything else here? None of these are artifacts. This is a 3/3. 3/3 is okay on this board. So it's this and treasure map, I think. I think that's better in Icy. Oh, it's a permanent opponent controls. Okay. Not my permanents, okay. No blocks. Still 2 cards over there. Can we stop with powerful cards every turn that saturates your mana perfectly? Because that would be good. Alright. Dude, so he gets a 5/5 that creates a 4/4. Is that right? Is that what I'm understanding here? And every turn after this, it will create a 4/4 that he draws a land. Or a 4/5, I guess. Wait, okay. Wait, where? I put a stop on his end step, game. Oh my god, I just didn't scry. Because I may have clicked through it. That's infuriating. I think I may have just clicked through my scry. So I missed a turn on activating treasure map, which is a big fucking deal. That card's good. Here. So I gotta remove the 5/5. And that's all I can do, I think. Could play out a 1/3. Is there any value in that? Yeah, I'm pretty close to overrun death. Okay. Like just getting attacked with everything here. So what is this? I can sack this. I can remove all of his 1s, but not 2s, huh? Okay. That does not... The tokens don't trigger for him. I could chump the 4/4. That gives me the kind of time I need here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wipes all of his tokens out, so I'm considering blocking the 2/2. I guess this eats that as well, doesn't it? So maybe I just do this, chump that, and seriously consider removing the tokens. Okay. You wouldn't expose it to a trick? I don't think I can take another 2 damage at 6. I'm surprised I got a I didn't realize tokens entered the graveyard. I assumed they wouldn't. Alright, what does this card do? When you cast a creature spell, costs 1 less. Okay, I can tap this guy down. I mean, this has got to be a clear, right? Okay, if it has 1 or more tokens, you may remove all of them. If you do, exile... Oh, it doesn't even kill my own thing. each other non-land permanent, so it eats my map. Which kind of sucks. So I should scry first. Then we resolve. How do I do it though? I want to do this, yes. Remove. Okay. Yeah. The fact that this card doesn't kill itself. I guess it would if it had one more counter on it. It's pretty nuts. Dude, come on. I mean, alright, whatever. I guess I'm removing that, so I have no fucking other options. I don't want to trade this. I guess I get a counter back that way for removing that. Yeah, at least the token comes in first. I don't want Goose on the board here, right? I kind of do, but I'm going to end up wiping a lot of the times here. To kill the tokens. Maybe. Maybe I don't have to wait. I could do Goose now. Okay. This is not... Wait. CMC. 3 or less, right? It's 2 or less. I can't kill the Mentor. Shit. That's a problem. It's 5 mana to make it anything, though. Alright. Four mana? 4 mana. I don't think I want this on the board right now. I think I just say yes to this. It kills this. I go back to a 3/3. But I have an answer to this. If he generates another, if he sacks this land end step, I get my token back, right? Maybe it's non-land permanent. No, it's a permanent. Okay. Let's do a quick scry here. Seems like a good scry. I can get him for 3. I am going to play out Bird here. Be nice if he didn't top deck a creature. Maybe top deck a land here would be good for me. If I wait for 3, it takes out the monument. I'm pretty sure if I wait for 3, it takes itself out too, though, right? No, it's each other. It doesn't kill himself. That's hilarious. This card is fucking nuts. This card is so insane. It's just like a ticking board clear. Okay. It's fine. I tap that. I have blue, I guess. Kind of want to use my mana to heal here. No. Not really excited about that card. Let's get in for 4. I'll hold 1 card for now, I guess. I don't know what this card is. Let's take a look. Maybe, could I see the card? Maybe? Okay. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and are planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell, each card, draw a card. Fuck. Okay. And he gets a token out of it, which kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and tap down his attacker. Just generate a food token. Let's eat our food token. You want to eat our other food token? Yes. Do I want to remove these? I don't. Heartless Act kills another creature. Kill that 2/4. Has a 4 mana cost. This seems good. And then get in with the wolf. It's a nice draw. Can't put counters on it or anything, right? No. Alright, +1 counter here. I guess at 3 we want to wipe because that clears his board. But not at 2. Swing with the 5/5. If he blocks, we get another token on this so we can next turn detonate and wipe his board. Which seems crazy. Is the 2/4 relevant here? Yeah, it's got lifelink and it draws him fucking cards when I attack him with multiple creatures, and it's a blocker. I want none of those things. I'm happy to remove that. Okay, we're up to 3 here now. So we wipe his board. Seems pretty good. Okay. That's not gonna do it for you, is it, buddy? Alright, do we trigger this? I get him for 6 right now. He can create 1/1 tokens, but I can remove them later. I actually don't think I removed this yet. I think I'm just swinging. The card is fucking bonkers. Alright, and we have now, the nice part is a creature doesn't save him here, right? Because I can, well, I guess, no, it does save him actually, because it gets the 1/1 off it. Never mind. Vivian. Can't kill that. You can search for creatures. It's not a creature card though, right? Annoyingly. So we're going to tap that because it's going to get executed. Okay. Vivian's a pretty good top deck for him there. Kills my Icy, which sucks. Ooh, he plussed it because he's dead if he doesn't, so he can't kill my Icy. Never mind. That's fucking great. We don't care. Creature doesn't save him either. Oh, it does because of the token. Fuck! Alright, hold on. Hold on, chat. It's up and down with this. Up and down. Now they're both, this is all CMC 3. Except for Vivian. So I could wipe his board and kill Vivian this turn. Or just win? How do I win here? Guy's at 5. My wolf becomes a 3/3. Do I rebuild tokens from wiping these things? It exiles, right? So it doesn't trigger them? So I don't think so, Sui. Can I do other things here? Can I do this? If I have full control? A 3/3 doesn't kill Vivian, that's true. But a 6/6 does. It kills him too. I mean, he top decked a Planeswalker. I get to too. It's fair. Okay. That top deck, our last 2 were swamps, right? Or I guess it was swamp and something else. That was interesting. That wolf is bonkers. Bonkers good. Okay. Wolf is so nuts. Just like, yeah, you want me to repeat, you want to be a recurring Wrath of God. It's not even a Wrath of God, it kills permanents. A recurring planar cleansing that doesn't hit ourself. And when it's not planar cleansing, it's getting bigger off of the board. I mean, what the fuck? It's so crazy. Yeah, and it exiles too. Too slow for standard. It's pretty good for draft. Okay, I got an incubation druid here, which is ramping, and another land here. This is okay. Got one of our blue cards in hand. No blue mana. Going first. Do I play this as a 3/3? Or do I play it as a land? That is a really good question. This is the turn to make that decision. The passive play is to play it as a land. If he blows up my incubation druid, though, is only a 0/2. I think... You think 3/3? I think I played this as a... I think I played as a land, chat. Maybe it's close. I don't know. Like the fact that I have the, I mean, I don't have the ability to cast it without the druid. The problem is if I don't draw a land here and I play druid out and he removes it, I'm just fucked, right? Like I never get to do anything again. So it feels kind of important to be able to do something like that. Yeah, I don't understand his visitation decision. Yeah, so immediately kills my mana dork. No surprise there, right? Alright. Elves is a weird top deck, so I guess I play Elf, hold up Heartless Act. Now the thing is, Heartless Act, this dog pretty much destroys Heartless Act, so maybe he'll cast before combat and I can save a damage. He did. No. Okay. Alright. What does eat that with binding? Not wait. I don't want to wait for this, because I don't want the minus, right? I guess maybe it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do this though. I don't think it matters if I wait. Like, what is the benefit of waiting? Is there any benefit? I can't think of one, right? I'm always doing that series of plays. I guess I could let him minus, and then he's gonna... If he minuses, I could kill the dog in response. If he pluses, I could wait and then kill the dog. But I'm doing all of that anyways, right? That's a forest? Jesus, okay. It says enter tapped. Can I really choose to let it untap? Enters the battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters the battlefield. Is there any way I can... There's no way I can resolve this untapped, right? Oh, it just is grayed out. Okay. Alright, does this have a minus? Yeah. I could remove it. It's only a 2/2 though. It's not even a 2/2, it's a 1/1, really. Is it till end of turn? This last part, the last portion of Binding the Old Gods is garbage. To be fair, it's a saga that is destroy target non-land permanent as the ETBs on round 1, which is just insanely strong straight up. The rest of it, I guess, is just bonus, but I've never seen this Death Touch part be useful. What? Oh, I thought it was a 7-mana Chandra. I'm like, how the fuck did he get 7-mana Chandra down? I didn't know. Kills. So I need white mana, which I don't have. Do I chump this? I think I do. So lose-lose though. Can ping away Chandra. Doesn't get me anywhere. Casket was a nice play here. Presumably I'd rather have a 3/3 than that. Alright. Draw first, I guess. Target creature or planeswalker. Okay. That's never, as in never didn't have it. Okay.
I like to think big.
Okay.
Get out of here.
3 or greater. Surprised you didn't just hit the planeswalker there, but okay. What's the second part? Non-creature spells. I think we're casting this. Is there any way he can recur planeswalkers, chat, in white-red? Probably not, and it probably denies my own Eldest Reborn. So maybe that was shit. Feels a little shit.
They're a stampede of one.
Okay. ECD will reoccur. Oh right, it's right there, literally on the card in play. There's just so many cards in the set. Like I've never played with or against this card, although I have seen it on other streams. Okay. Yeah, with his in-play Saga, chat feels kind of bad right now. So he's gonna recur this thing, and we're gonna be absolutely fucked. I wonder if we should have chosen differently then. Yeah. Yep. So this pings whatever the hell we want. I mean, we're in just bad shape, right?
Buckle under our might.
All right. I don't know if I can beat Recurred Planeswalker. I need to get some value. Like, he exiled our champion, so we don't get to eternalize that, unfortunately. We were getting pretty heavy mana relative to cards right now. I'm not sure what we want to draw here. Okay. Hi, Filthy. Did you play ranking? What does play ranking mean? Oh, he end step giant killers. Okay. Takes his Planeswalker. I think that's better than fucking Chandra coming back.
Still guide me. Oh, Ketra's love is your shield.
Oh, it's not even a sack. This is literally exile cards from your graveyard to nuke me. I read that as sack this creature, does 2 damage to any target. I'm like, that's decent, but no, that's excellent. Okay.
I'll hunt elsewhere.
Forest. I'm not convinced Forest will get us where we need to go right now. I guess I could have... I have a landfall effect. I could have played it, pulled him back out. He can't block, though. I don't know. Obviously, I should resolve that. But I've given up. I've given up, and I'm punting, and I'm looking forward to our next draft. So, it's fine. Yes, ranked constructed. Well, ranked is not just constructed, so do I play constructed, which is a different question than do I play ranked. I do not play constructed right now. All right. So that was 6 wins out of our first cube draft. It's kind of nice. I wasn't expecting to go 6 there. The deck seemed okay. All right. All right, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna grab food and then we're gonna get our next one going. So I don't know what this shit is. Mastery. Current level 17. Why do I care? Why am I in here? Oh, there's a mastery tree. What does the mastery tree do? I get cosmetics on cards I've never seen and will never play. Awesome. Confirm. Okay. What's for dinner? I think I've got some beer down there, Galvia. Quick beer dinner. Eating L's all morning? I went 6-3. That's not eating L's. I've been making punts all morning. That doesn't get me fed, does it? All right. Well, I'll do food, then we'll draft again. I'll see you guys shortly. See you in a minute. Hey, chat. I'm back. All right. Pack one, pick one is the most scary thing for me in this draft because, you know, like normally you'd have some idea of a power level based on its rarity, and this way you don't whatsoever. So it's like I have to read a million cards that I've never seen before and try to guess which is the most powerful. It seems like impossible to do right now. All right, we played Vraska. Vraska's fine. This god I remember as being strong. So it's a 4. Devotion is less than 5. This is difficult to trigger. At the beginning of your end step, exile one target creature controller and turn the card to the battlefield. Okay, it's a pretty ridiculous. It's like constant recursion. This card's good when it takes off. This card was fine. This card is okay. Discard a creature card. Search your library for a creature card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. It's pretty strong and a 2-mana dork. Lets you tutor up the more powerful creatures in your deck. Can't sack creatures, so you have to discard. I think this might be Thassa. I think this can be a build around too, right? Might be too slow, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, what's this blue-green? Elf Druid. When you cast your first spell, you turn reveal the top card of your library. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. If a spell with lesser converted mana cost, if you don't cast it, put it in your hand. That's pretty good. We've got the pretty powerful hate. Kind of weak wipe. Kind of weak as well. What's this card do? Return target creature's owner's hand. Flashback. That's reasonable. It's an unsummon with more text on. Oh, it's a sorcery unsummon. That's less reasonable. Add 2, draw 2 cards. This pack seems lower power than the last pack. I think I just take Rashmi and be happy about it. Blue black is good with Thassa. That's true too. I guess this has more combo with the initial one. This seems stronger to me though. I'll try. I don't know. This I do like building around Thassa here. So I could have gone either way with the blue black or blue green. I think. What is this? Vizier. Look at the top card of your library. Anytime you cast creature from the top of your library, and spend mana as a mana of type. Cast creature. Sword was insane. This was a mill thing that it's like a mill. This card just seems nuts to me. Pack seemed very strong when our opponent played it, but he was on 5 mana dirt. He'll do whatever the fuck he wanted. I think I might take Sword here over anything else. It's colorless. Kind of like Pack too, though. 0 mana counterspells turns out are pretty strong. I mean, compare this. I mean, this is good. This is like Marauder's Axe, but at half the cost to cast it and half the cost to fucking equip it. That's pretty nuts too for an equipment piece. I'm gonna try Sword. Watery Grape. Oh, the blue-black duel? Sure, but we're not taking a blue-black duel over these cards right now. Alright, this is another mill card. We've got a dude who, when he enters the battlefield, we can create more 3/2 reflection tokens that are not unique. So synergy with Thassa, not super strong, but a 3 mana card for 2 creatures is pretty decent. I don't want this card. I'm not sure we're necessarily on the mill plan. We might just have multiple ways to win. We can mill them out with this too. It only takes a couple attacks to hit, like a little flyer, and it kills them kind of deal. I think I might take this. What's this guy do? It's a mana dork with a nice effect, but we don't know our colors yet. To pay for these packs? No, it's pretty cheap. These are phantom drafts. You don't keep any of the cards, but it's pretty inexpensive. Exclusion Mage is great with Thassa. What's Cruel Reality? Cruel Reality. It's another enchant player. Garrick's pretty underwhelming. I don't know what Bubble Snare is. Looks like it's one of the blue capture kind of things. So it's a 1 mana removal if the creature's already tapped, and a 4 mana removal if it isn't. That's pretty good though. I still think I'd take Exclusion Mage over Bubble Snare, but that's a pretty decent removal. Okay. Alright, this god is... Oh, it's a different god. This is the one that is strong based on your hand size. Beginning of your end step, choose a card type, reveal the top 2 cards of your library, put all cards revealed in the chosen type in your hand, the rest in bottom of your order. Or it's a 2/3 flyer. that bounces. Is Waker to put shit in my graveyard. Call of the Death Dweller. It's recursion on cheap cards. Thirst for Meaning. Bomat. Suppose you cast from your graveyard. It's not the one I thought it was. This is either Alrund or Breeding Pool, I think. I don't think Waker does anything for us, right? Could try this card. It's a 5 mana do nothing some of the time, which is kind of rough. Like it's a 5 mana like 3/3 or 2/2. This octopus is sick. And this is pretty damn good too. We need non-humans. Human, God. So octopus not great necessarily, but you can flash it in end step and attack with it for card advantage. I think I'm taking the blue. The Lavamancer was decent, but we don't know our second color yet. This guy's a 4/4 for 2 if you have instants and sorceries. It's reasonable too. They're all pretty damn good. It's still a good card, man. The octopus is still good. Yeah, we don't have as many targets I'd like for it. It's a blue-red duel. Teameret's okay. Jayasm, Immolating Inferno, Banneret. These are nowhere near us. Active Trees is nowhere near us. Feed the Swarm. Destroy target creature or enchantment opponent controls. You lose life equal to the permanent's mana cost. That's a little sketchy. It's removal. This card's Rebirth too. Green-black duel or Feed the Swarm. We don't have any removal yet. We're probably going to get other removal. Tiamat's actually in our colors too. Creates zombies. This is actually fine. We can recur that with, if we want to just mill ourselves to death, we can do that with Thassa too, right? Oh, it's target creature, so I can't even hit that. It's still okay. I don't really want to pay life to remove things with this deck. There's a Merfolk Trickster, which is excellent. Mentor is amazing. It's wild to see it wheel. Harvester's pretty good too, though, right? Jesus, those are both good. I feel like Trickster deals with a lot of... I don't know. Harvester's really good. It just feels like Trickster is something that we want to have available to us. There's a lot of really nasty creatures in this format that do nasty things. I like shutting off the text of a card. Do I want to play Sorcery Bounce? Not really. What's Crippling Fear? We could sweep that. We just choose humans. And then we never clear our board. We just kill our octopus and we're fine. We're like, fuck you, octopus. What have you done for me recently? Okay. Curiosity is another draw type effect. This is a really nasty piece of equipment for 1 mana. And then Kazuma or whatever. I didn't like this card. Yeah, I know it's the type not to be affected. That's why I made the human joke. I think I'm going Bone Splitter. Folio of Fancies Wield. Alright, so what does Sprite Dragon do? Red 1/1 Flying Haste for red blue. Whenever you cast a non-creature, put a +1/+1 counter. I mean, that's reasonable. This is pretty solid in red blue, but this seems like how we win a lot of the time. I might take Folio. What's Cruel Reality? It's the crazy one. Dive Down is okay. Ancestral Blade or Grateful Apparition. We don't have much for Proliferate, so I think it's probably worse than Blade. And Kiora Wield. Okay.
Not to brag,
So we're blue in something.
but my friend's kind of a big deal.
There's a Liliana and a Heliod. White Flyer. Create 3 1/1 servo tokens. You may cast a spell, convert a cost mana. It's kind of whatever. What's Scholar? Enters the battlefield. You may cast it from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. That seems like a good card to recur. That's another nice little beater. That's a reusable steal effect. 5 mana, 5/4 companion. 3 or greater. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card for each permanent you control with converted cost. That doesn't seem very good. I mean, it's okay. We just play it, right? You'd play it as a creature. It's a 5/4 that draws you a card, probably. Maybe draws you 2 cards. That card's fine. Blue-black duel, Curious Obsession, and Village Rites. I still need removal, but I think we take Scholar. It's like the huge payoff card. Now we have to get some instants and sorcerers in our decks, but hey, we'll get there. So we have Bazriket and Chandra. Chandra pretty nice. There's that Realm Eater again. This pack seems insane. There's a Seal Away in white. We're trying to be blue-black, but we're not super sold on it yet. It's a Petromander. This card has been good. Consign. That's okay as well. And there's an Essence Scatter. Do we speculate Chandra here? You love this card? I think it's kind of medium. So we're currently blue, looking for a second color. Red is possible. It's a Planeswalker that comes down and removes shit, but maybe not. Maybe it's Essence Capture or the Petromander. I think we need to start building some instants and sorceries. Take a cheap counterspell, I guess. Body Double. Pouncer. Preserver. Thief of Sanity kind of in this deck. If we're going blue-black. It's a nice card. It's just very easy to remove. We can mutate onto it, and then we'll just, you know, put the octopus on it, and we'll draw cards and take cards from their deck. I'll take Thief, I guess. It's a black-white duel, blue-white duel. This blue seems pretty bad. This card seems good, but we're not very close to green. I'll take it. Yeah, Thief's good. Demonic Pact was a scam. It's a scam. Cleansing Nova is good, but probably not very close to where we are at the moment. We're trying to get black in there, especially black that we want to play. What is Crypt Breaker? 1/1, discard a card, create a zombie, tap 3 untap zombies, draw a card, and lose a life. I mean, it's a body. The Elder is cycling with prowess for 2 mana. Guardian Idol, I think, is a scam. This is a strong card, but it's super expensive. I kind of want to take the Sweeper. I just don't know if we can play it. These cards don't seem strong enough to pick right now. I think it seems very, it doesn't seem very powerful to me. It seems moderate to me. There's Hazoret, a counterspell that gives me a body. It seems really kind of in the scheme of what we want to be doing. It's a big body too. It's an expensive counterspell though. Blue-white duel, Censor as a cycling counter, Hypnotic Sprite as a counter that gives me a body sometimes, but it's a limited counter. Like it only hits certain cards. And then what's this one? Turn target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. The spell is kick, draw a card. That's nice. So this is the blink spell. This is the Dominaria one. That one's quite solid. Is it better than Great Shark? It might be. Kind of need. Do I need a 5-mana body? I don't know. A 5/4 flash is good in draft. Eats creatures, can block creatures, can counter spells. This just seems kind of nuts. Tezzeret seems fine. Don't have any artifacts. There's for knowledge. Yeah, the problem is sometimes you hold it when you don't want to, so it can't ambush and counter. It's ambush or counter, but either way, you're hoping to get 2 for 1 out of it, right? Intervention is destroy. Glorious Protector, 3/4 flash flying enters the battlefield, exile non-angels until it leaves play. Foretell, that's pretty strong. Foretell cost means I can get it in for white mana too, right? Like just 1 white. What is this card? Enchantment whenever landfall. I mean, that seems like slow but powerful. I think Tezzeret here. I don't know if I'm playing white yet.
Rank up.
Raided.
Hold the line.
A Desi raid.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Thanks, Desi. Hey guys. If you just came from Desi's Dueling Academy, you're gonna be in Filthy's route to failure here. So I'm not so sure you should be taking notes. Maybe stop taking notes might be what you want to do here. This is my 2nd cube draft ever. I don't know what most of these cards do because I haven't played these sets. And I'm currently picking partially on picture. So welcome to my channel. All right, so we're blue with a little bit of black right now. Champion always seems good. Loris is amazing, but not very synergetic with what we have. I need some cheap bodies in this deck. So I think this is a happy champion. Art drafter, that's right. I hadn't even thought about, like, it sounds better when you put it that way too, right? I'm an art drafter. What's an art drafter? It's like a really bad regular drafter. Thanks for the raid, Desi. I hope your stream was well. You're up pretty late if you're still up now. Was it an all-nighter? Village Rites is interesting. I could take a body. I don't know if I'm gonna how many bodies I'm playing right now. We need some early game, I think. Consign in Oblivion, Wield, Petromander, Wield. The problem is I don't have very many instants and sorceries. Otherwise, whatever it is, Terramander is excellent, right? Just don't have very many instants or sorceries right now. Like almost. I think we have so few, it's just not playable right now. So I think I'm gonna take the Consign. Get a short stream, gotcha. I can play a Negate. I'm not super excited about it. I'm not sure if we actually play it. Otherwise, it's Graveyard Hate. which is probably, it's graveyard hate that draws me cards. It's probably playable in this format. There's a lot of powerful graveyard stuff. Would I rather a negate or a, I don't know. I'm going to try the negate. The power level of this set is so fucking crazy, or this thing, that it's really hard to get a sense of what I need to be covering my ass for. I'm happy to wheel Sprite here over Censor. I mean, I'll take the Protector in case we end up white. I don't think I'm playing the Stormcaller. So. All right. That's right. That's right. Filthy's art class. All right. What is this, Angel? You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win. That's an interesting creature. White land that sometimes is angels. A flash cycling flyer who's a bird. The lifelink lord guy. Banefire a million miles away. Crystalline Giant's pretty fucking solid. The card seems like it takes over the game. Some of the time. It's colorless. There's a Mana Dork too though. Fuck. Mana Dork would be good for us. Colorless Mana Dork is sick. I think it's between these two. I'm not sure. But like, we're blue-black Dirtle right now. You want Giant over this? I don't know, man. I feel like the Mana Dork's pretty good for us. We got counterspells we want to hold out. I'm gonna get baited into it because I don't know the power level of either of these cards. This card seems really good for us as a body that does a lot of things over time. Murderous Rider is right what we want. That's removal with the body attached to it. Seems great. I'm playing blue-black even if maybe we weren't given the reason to do it. There's fixing there, some red removal, nice lot of dual lands. Fatal Push is really nice as cheap removal, but I'm going to take Murderous Rider here. I like Fatal Push, but the Rider is similar in what it does, while still having an attached piece to it. So I'm going to take that instead. There's a clock up here. Thassa's Intervention. Look at top X cards of your library, put 2 in your hand, the rest in your body of your library. Counter target spell. Doom Necro, 3 mana 2/2, sack him, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's kind of nice. We have a few ETB kind of things. I can use this as a counter spell. Seems pretty nice. What's Brawl? Oh, this thing. Return up to 3 creatures or artifacts in your hand. You may cast a spell to convert a cast 4 or less from your hand without paying its cost. That's pretty nice, man. I want that Doom Necro. I could try this. I mean, we've got a fair number of things that impacts. Oh, we didn't have a Commit to Memory. That one's okay. There's an opt-in here. There's a Resembling Skeleton, Chart a Course, some green that we're probably not ever going to be near to play. All right. I'm just going to keep this simple and not try to get like anything else color-wise in here. So Skeleton's okay for us. It's just a body. It's not a very exciting body, and it's a mana drain, but it might be okay. Alternatively, it's Commit to Memory, which is fine. It's just not exciting, or an opt. I think this is Skeleton. Exactly, stalling is kind of what we want to some degree. All right, what are these? Disdainful Stroke, Sigiled Sword, Malakar Rebirth. Choose target creature, you gain 2 life. You lose 2 life. Don't target creature, you creature. Okay, that's a recursion. On Burial Rites, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. 5 mana. No. Okay. So of these, I think this is Sigiled Sword. Generates bodies. We already have one other piece of equipment. This one's okay. It's a little bit expensive. We're not much of an attacking deck. We have a couple flyers, a couple way to sneak through attacks. I think it's okay. Maybe I wheel the Disdainful Throat. Rights is huge. I don't think that card is huge. I'm probably not playing white mana. So it's just a 5 mana Rebirth, which is not exciting. And I'm probably not playing white mana in my deck. Surveyor for fixing is awesome. We have 2 other mill synergies. So Jace isn't useless. We've got the Folio. I'm not sure I'm playing it. And then we've got the Mill Sword. So Jace would kind of be cool. So is Reaver. It's a body, but this is a body and mana fixing. I'm just going to take that. Jace is great if I have defenses. I'm really worried about my curve, my creature count, and what the hell we're doing to win. So I'm probably just going to take, or not what the hell we're doing to win, what we're doing to survive, to give us time to do the things we want to do that are powerful. I'm going to take Surveyor. Scrap Heap Challenge, Priest of Forgotten but Gods, Dread Wander, 2/1 enters tapped. Activate this, turn him from your graveyard to your battlefield. 1 or fewer cards. That seems okay. It's another recurring body. It doesn't require sacrifice to get there. Priest is great if I have things to sack. I've got a Resembling Skeleton and some cheap bodies in here, like Murderous Rider, etc. That card might be good enough to play. This card seems okay though. I don't like it coming into play tapped, but especially since I can only cast it on my turn, right? It was sorcery. So it's like it's gonna be every other turn. A flash flyer who eats something and is harder to remove seems fine. Oh, it's not harder to cast. It doesn't protect me from spells. I was thinking the Boreal Elemental secondary portion of this looks like it makes my shit cheaper. It's fine. I'm not taking the monument. Okay. We wield the Obstructionist. I'm happy to see him back. We wield the fucking Mana Dork. What? Alright. That card seems great to me, man. Maybe it's not great in this format. Maybe it's like not powerful enough. But I'm taking the Mana Dork here. I wanted the bird, but I don't want the bird enough. So, alright. I thought it's not a dual land. I don't need... I mean, this is fine. Draw 4 cards and cycling is good, but I kind of need some fixing a little bit. I kind of would prefer this. I'm not so excited about this card. I feel like our deck has power level without something like this. So I'm going to grab Temple. I think we have plenty of playables. Intervention Wield Chat, so I'll take that. I think it's way better than Think Twice. Been cutting the shit out of blue. Opt and Commit both wield. I don't have Sorcerer instant synergies, so Opt is not terribly exciting. Maybe I'll take Commit to Memory and think about it. I haven't played this card much. Disdainful Stroke versus Traxos. I'm not aware that we have... It's artifacts or it's historics, which is a mix of artifacts and legendaries. I think it's still just a stroke, right? We got a couple artifacts, but not a ton. Not enough for running a Traxos. What does this card do when it dies? Damage on your target, sure. Okay, and the Helm. I have no idea how good or bad this deck is. I have no idea what most of the cards in this deck do. The artwork looks nice, so we got that covered. And then let's build a deck out of this. So, alright. I'm not playing Tormentor's Helm. I'm not playing any of the white cards. So I don't think I can. I didn't get much in the way of fixing. We picked up basically the one scavenger. Okay. All right. So what is our game plan? Shit, I forgot about Scholar though, because we might have actually wanted to leave some instants or sorceries in our deck that are worth recasting. Oh, it's or artifact card. Fucking hell. That card is pretty powerful. All right. 56, 17 lands, slam and go. We're not playing Kiora. All right. What are we looking at here? Disdainful is super situation. I mean, not super situational, but it's situational. We'll think about it. Same with that. I'm just gonna pull these out real quick so I can actually process what we're actually playing in here. I think I'm pretty much always playing my cheap creatures and the priest. Priest is really solid with a bunch of shit creatures, which we have. I don't know about the tomb yet. We'll think about it. I mean, this card has synergies with like being sacked, but that's about it. I don't know if it's good enough to play or not. Probably playing the intervention. It's either counterspell or a kind of like a draw, right? It's select deep, look deep, dig deep, and then pull 2, which is okay. Thank you, Kurt, for the $10, man. Appreciate the donation. All right. Our goal is eventually to resolve our god and let our god just fucking generate huge amounts of advantage for us. All these cards are fine. Draw cards, etc. Bodies, Murderous Rider, Thief, Crystalline Giant, Mirror. We have a lot of 3s. I'm not sure about the equipment yet. I'm not sure about Dive Down. I think we're playing Sword of Body and Mind. It's one of our. It's like an alternate win con. I don't think we're playing the folio. Not sure about Crippling Fear. It's often going to kill in draft. It's very likely to kill a lot of our creatures. We did have a lot of humans to start with, but we kind of diversified a little bit. I'm not playing Demonic Pact. I don't think we need it. You don't like this one? This one is a very high value card, Xander, is the issue, right? Like I'm generating, at the very least, it's a 3 mana generate 2, pretty much 3 mana generate 2 2/2s. Gives me a little bit of, we have some synergy with the 2, right? Resembling Skeleton going to the graveyard's fine, as is getting some instants or sorceries for Scholar. It's really going to depend on my creature count in the end, whether or not I play this, I think. We have a lot of 3 and 2 drops too, so maybe it's not quite as necessary here. And we don't wish to mill our god necessarily. So it's maybe a maybe. It's not underwhelming to me. You know, again, like look at the cards that take advantage of it, like Priest, Resembling Skeleton, putting instants or sorcerers in our graveyards for future stuff. It's not bad. So keeps us going too, right? If we do get 1 or 2 of these tokens, it's a little bit of slowing our opponent's game plan of killing us before we get too powerful. Slows that down a bit. We probably have too many 5-drops here. This is a really interesting tempo card. We drafted it because chat was like, this card's so good, and I kind of believed chat for half a second before fully reading it. I'm not sure that I care too much about a 5-mana bounce in this format. I mean, yes, I can cast a spell for converted mana cost 4 or less while doing this, which is nice, but it is essentially just a tempo card, right? So I lose card advantage doing this, and there's plenty of worlds in which this wins me a game, removes their blockers, or like buys me a turn to get going, but there's also plenty of worlds in which this does pretty much nothing. I'm already behind on the board and I bounce some creatures kind of deal. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Does kill tokens. Sure. What does this fucking thing do? Okay, this card feels like a win more card. Feels like I sit there with this card and draw cards off the top of my deck some of the time. I'm really unexcited by that creature. Am I playing Tezzeret? Tezzeret creates blockers. And I have a fair number of artifacts in my deck right now. 4 at 3. More if I play more, like Maze Mind Tome, etc. Or I think Tezzeret's actually fine here. It's unfortunate because it doesn't have a good minus. In fact, it doesn't have a minus at all. But I don't know. Maybe it's good enough. There's going to be a lot of times where I'm just going to die the second I do this. I'm going to play Thrix. This is 4/5 Flash Flyer. I'm going to play Great Shark. What does this card do? Your starting deck. Okay, we're obviously not playing this as a companion. But if we play it as just a creature, enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other permanent you control with converted cost mana 3 or greater. That seems almost like a bomb in draft. We're very likely going to draw 2 to 3 cards of that every single time we cast this, right? Now it's a fucking 5/4. Which is all right for a body, but nothing impressive. Each other. Okay, so it's each other. Still, we've got a number of artifacts at 3. A lot of our creatures are at 3. I mean, I don't know. It could be the maybe pile for now. I'm trying to get the deck smaller here. And the problem is we're also pulling cards that we want into here. All right, so what's Scholar doing for us? Scholar's a little bit more interesting. It's endless recursion on my artifact creatures, right? And it's non-endless. It's just the second set on my instants or sorceries. And what's my... Dude, I'm having trouble cutting this deck down to size. Because I pulled some cards out that I really don't want to not play. All right, first of all, let's take a look at the creature count. Creature count's really high, so this card is a little bit better for us. Now, there are things that my opponents can do with my graveyard that suck. Mastermind's Tome is super good on a stall. This is really, really cheap equipment. We're looking for Thassa's synergies for sure. We got a lot of... I guess this is technically blue-blue as well, so there's some impact about loyalty. Whatever it's called. What is it called? It's not loyalty. Devotion, I think is the... We currently don't have any of our counters in right now. And we have 3 of them. We've got an Essence Scatter, a Negate, and a Disdainful if we want them. Turn target not... Okay, so it's a bounce with a Mind Rot on the other side at 5. That's okay. We're not even... Dude, Jesus Christ, yeah. All right. I don't know how to cut cards from this deck. This is the other thing with Cube, right? Is I'm thinking about cutting for power level, but my God, the power level of these cards are already super strong. I'm happy with the 2/1 flyer. Happy with the blue count. I'm happy with those. This card is a maybe not. That card is just it's a expensive mana. What is it called? Sinkhole? Mana Sink? What the fuck is the power? What is the card? The blue X counterspell. Syncopate. Whatever that Syncopate was based on. It was initially called something else. Mana Sink. Yeah. It's an expensive mana sink that has a little bit of flexibility as card selection and draw. It's not amazingly powerful. I have a lot of 3-drops here. Can we do stuff with our mana? Like, is the mana dork helpful for us? Well, if we put X spells in our deck, it could be helpful. I kind of like the Tome. The Tome is fixing if you're fucked for free. Card advantage if it's late, and a little bit of life, which is pretty nice. It also recurs off of Scholar, which seems really good for us. It probably exiles itself, so it probably doesn't recur after Scholar, actually. I have a lot of 5s, you're not wrong. So ramping from 3 to 5 is pretty nice. None of these other cards get cut here. Maybe Sword. But Sword seems insane. It seems like a win con, right? If we have a couple small flyers, slap this on a flyer, hit them 3 times, they lose. Hit them twice with it, a lot of times they lose. I mean, we get wolf tokens and mill 10 cards. I mean, this equipment's strong in the sense that it's cheap as shit to play and it moves things around, but it's like strong in chord set. This is like game-winningly strong. This is like, you know, my 1/3 becomes a 3/3 and pressures you out over 6 turns. Is there any world in which we don't play it Atris? He's not that exciting. It has synergies with Thassa, and it's a 4-drop, and we're missing 4 drops. But it's not that exciting of an effect, right? The protection won't be relevant. The protection is going to be, this is a great card for protection, right? I would disagree entirely that protection is not going to be relevant. Normally, color hate cards aren't very good in Best of 1 because they are color hate cards. This card has a really powerful effect prior to the color hate, right? Like this card is like, it's just sometimes it's like, surprise, I'm also protection from green and blue, get fucked. You can almost get away with running this. I don't know if I want to go to no 2-drops. We have to cut Trickster, Sprite, Priest, and Resembling Skeleton to play this card as a companion. Now, that would let me get my other cards in my deck, but I think these cards are pretty strong. So I come back to the same problem, chat. We're not going below 17 lands in this deck. We have a bunch of 5-drops. We don't have a lot of ways to smooth. I think I want the Tomb in here. So what are we cutting? So maybe this doesn't get in from power level. Maybe this doesn't get in from power level, although this card is better with Priest and Scholar in the deck, although only a little bit better. Maybe Sword doesn't make it in here, even though we have cheap flyers that Sword is very valuable on. This generates creatures, and it takes over the board if you can attack with like a flyer. Now, to be fair, the token is attacking, so it's a little bit worse, since the token will often die to whatever they want to block it with. We don't have Graveyard Recursion. Maybe I don't want to play Temerit, or whatever it's called here. I'm at 40, correct. Octopus? I think Octopus is fine now, for the same reason we were just talking about. Octopus is card advantage, right? So yes, I have a fair number of humans in this deck, but I also now have a lot of non-humans, and almost all my evasive creatures are non-humans, where the Octopus really fucking takes off, right? On Tezzeret, on the Sprite over here, on whatever else we want to play it on, right? There's a number of other little ones too. It's going to be good on the Giant, who's going to have all sorts of annoying effects to make him block. If he gets blocked, it's going to be good on pretty much everything. I think Octopus is fine. I'm not worried about having targets for that. So what are the cards that we maybe don't want to play? Maybe we don't want to play this card. Maybe we don't want to play this card. This card is just a draw, and it requires that we have permanents with CMC 3 in play. Now we have a fair number of those. What cards do we want in? We put the Tome in. Maybe that's wrong. I think these cards, I think I've talked myself out of these 3 cards. I don't like having 0 interaction right now. We have very light, very small amounts of removal. Our last deck was very removal heavy. So I don't think we're playing Folio. So I have a little bit of a want to play one of the counters. I don't know which one would be more important here. There's going to be some bomb fucking high mana cards here that are going to blow us the fuck up. Same with spells though, and same with creatures. I mean, if this were a weaker draft, I'd just play the Essence Scatter and be happy. But we're at 42 here. Are there any other cards that are easy to cut? I could try to cut Priest and Resembling Skeleton, but I actually kind of like them in this deck. Skeleton means we always have something for equipment. Priest has nice synergy with these dorks, and we have both the 1/2 dork. The Mirror at some point in the game becomes just a 2/2 body where you're happy to sack it to the Priest. Priest is kind of high priority removal from the opponent to remove it. I'm okay with Priest. Yeah, there's an argument for Shark maybe not being in there. Is this card good enough? It's a 4/5 flash flyer, which is another evasive creature for us. I think that's probably good enough. Is Tesseret good enough? We have a fair number of artifacts. We might sometimes minus this. That's a flyer too, huh? Dude, Great Shark counters artifacts or creatures and is a huge body. All right, I gotta break down what chat's saying here. Rider being 2 black is annoying, sure, but we'll play more swamps than we'd otherwise play, and we'll sometimes be fucked with that. We have some colorless spells we can play, and we're very light on removal, so Rider as removal is very valuable to us, so I'm not interested in getting rid of that. All right, let's see what else. Great Shark's amazing, okay. I don't have a lot of creatures. You don't have a lot of creatures? I think we're at 19 right now, so that's wrong. What other questions do we have here? 2-color deck, splashing black. Are we really into Skitter? Yes, we're really into Skitter. Skitter's amazing. It's card advantage and bodies on the board while mana fixing and or getting you out of screws. It's not a great top deck late game, but surveying Skitter's awesome. What does Tomb do? It's drawing, card selection, and life gain. Focus on the main plan. There's no main plan in draft deck, right? The more ways that you give yourself to win the game, the better. It's not like you're sitting there going like, this isn't so one-dimensional, this deck, that we have one way of winning and we have to protect that at all costs. This isn't like a clear the mind kind of deck, right? What's your win con? I'm not really big on win con as a thing here. There's plenty of ways we can win this game. We can mill them out with the sword. We can beat them to death with flyers. We can accrue advantage through Thassa so that we just basically overwhelm them by doing too many things per turn. You know, there's all sorts of ways we can win this game. We can beat them to death with a couple well-placed like big dudes on the ground. Like there's all sorts of ways. We just outvalue them with something like Shark, you know. We don't have to worry about win cons, I don't think. What's the god do? It's a 6/5 indestructible. Devotion less than 5 is just an enchantment. But at my end step, it bounces one of my creatures. Not like 2-hand, but it like exiles and it brings it back into the battlefield, which triggers an ETB. So all the ETB stuff gets better with this. And then it also can be played as a very expensive 4-mana tap down. I think I don't play this card. I don't think I play Essence Scatter here. I just think it might be one. I mean, it's so cheap, but it's just, I think it's worse than our other cards in our deck. I'm not big on the cutting priest skeleton plan, right? Because how do we lose with this deck? We get run over on the fucking ground. So having some bodies, having some cheap interactions. This card's a ramp spell, draw card, and creature removal. And we have shit to feed it. Like a lot of our bodies are like, we don't care about the body behind Rider. We don't care about the body behind Sprite. We don't care about the body behind Surveyor, right? We're going to have shit to sack to it. We don't really care about the body behind Exclusion Mage, right? So this card gets more valuable when you have a bunch of low value creatures that do something when you cast them, because then you sack the body they leave behind to get value. It is if it doesn't get removed instantly. But even that's an argument. If this card is powerful enough that my opponent's going to remove it instantly, and you suggest I cut it from my deck because my opponent might remove it, that doesn't make any sense. All right, these are still my 3 most questionable cards in this deck to me. Yeah, Exclusion Maze with Thassa is sick for sure. I think it's just cut Thassa's intervention, move on with life. All right. All right. Pretty art would be the name of this deck. And what's the prettiest art in this pack, you think, chat? This is very hardcore. This is like a death assassin rising from the ocean with an octopus in time in the background. I mean, it's exciting, but maybe it's a little too hardcore for us. Strong man, no shirt. That guy's up there too. Is an elemental giant. Didn't realize that. Shark is the artwork here? I don't know. I kind of like our cute little octopus, man. That might be the best artwork here. That's pretty good artwork too, although it's hard to tell what the fuck it is. It almost looks like it has like a Donald Duck beak. Okay. Sword. Sword's pretty. It's a bit weird. I don't think that grip works. Does that grip work? How do you get any force with that grip? I don't know, man. I don't know if that grip looks real. Take the naked man? Maybe. All right. So we need double blue on 5 like every single time. I don't hate 10-8 mana base here. It's a little bit rough for a Rider, but Rider's situational removal. Don't have to play it every time on 3. We don't have any other double black spells. I think I'm okay with this. Hurt your own hand with that grip. I'm worried about the power behind this grip. You probably won't hurt your own hand with this grip because that's the whole point of the guard over your fingers is to prevent you for other people's swords from hitting your fucking hand, right? But I don't understand how you swing heavily with that grip. It feels like a lot of times because what is that? Your wrist is now keeping the turn of the blade. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about it. I think I'm going to keep this mana base. I think this is definitely a 17 land deck and possibly an 18 land deck, but maybe not. Yeah. All right. All right, we got it. Octopus. Why is it showing me green? Oh, because of this dude. There's no forest in here though, right? Okay. What do you guys think? Think we can get 5 with this? Let's throw that out there. We'll get at least 5 wins. Let's correct these ads blow. In the world of Magic, I believe that a magic sword is likely, but in the world of Magic, I believe that you still have to hold your sword like you've swung a sword before. Yeah. All right. Sadly, no, but you cheer for me. It's fine. You can harvest free channel points. 1/1 life linker. I actually really prefer just to develop the fucking tome. But if it's a white weenie deck, let's not get too far behind here. I don't need to lose a bunch of life here. I'd love to ambush that with the Trickster, but I don't have 2 blue. It would have been super sweet to just fucking like put Island down pass. Seems like a good draw right about now. What do we get? We got Menace. It's probably the worst one for us. What are the other ones? Flying, First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and +1/+1. Okay. The Cube Draft bots are players. Players so far. Yeah. I think you just always want Hexproof if you can get it. Alright, missing land here sucks. Obviously. Alright. I don't really care which lands I use to cast this, but he doesn't know that. Let's pretend I have Dive Down. I don't know why. Better than pretending we have nothing, which we do. This card is dead again, I notice. Okay. We're going to have to hit land draws here, so we'll probably double scry, which is fine. Alright, Monument. Into a creature. So opponent running us the fuck over right now, which sucks ass. Missing land drop here is pretty bad, huh? Alright. Okay, we don't need to stop on step them. We're going to draw that. Where is this protecting? Shit, I didn't see where he targeted. Where did the bodyguard target? It's weird that I can't see that. Is it not show me on text? Okay. The Alseed. Okay. Thanks. Here I think it's better to... it's probably better to Trickster and draw than it is to play out Thassa. Thassa does no impact on this board whatsoever. It says in the tooltip when I mouse over it. No? Oh, it does. No. Yes. Chosen Alseed of Life's Bounty at the top left. Okay. I was looking for it in the text. Thanks. Huh. So, got a lot of plays here. I could just chump that with the fucking skeleton if I wanted. But I'm also happy to get rid of that. Don't care about the life for him. What does this card do? X equals 3. What's the fucking card do? It's a cleric. Just battlefield. X plus X. Tap, put a counter. Tap, remove a counter. Put a plus one. That's Jesus Christ. This card's nasty. All right. Tap land. No tap land. Tap land is not good for us here, chat. I think we're just dead to tap land. Fuck off. Our next 5 drop. Okay. I think we're dead here. I don't think I can come back from this. Yep. Yikes for sure. I don't think I can survive his board is the problem, chat. So right. So I don't think there's any point in keeping that land on top. I have no play this turn. I guess it recurs the skeleton. Maybe that's I don't know. I don't know if that's okay. It doesn't feel okay. Our opponent is popping off with fucking creatures over here. I feel like the only way I get back into this game is to hit a... That's on each of them? I thought it was just one. Oh, it's each other creature. Oh no. That's so much worse than I thought it was. And I already thought the card was really good. How about this one? Yeah. Yeah. So I think my only chance was essentially scry tap land to the bottom, hope to hit untap land. Okay. All right, we're 1 land away. Kind of sucks. I mean, okay. So here the problem is this card is killing us. We have no creatures, nothing in our hand with 4 CMC or lower. So I can cast this, bounce 3 cards, get some serious tempo back, but we can't get anywhere with it. So I can play a fucking this thing, but we're dead. He just pumps the whole board again. I can maybe, if he pre-combat, he's never going to pre-combat cast a spell here. So this shark as an ambusher is super unexciting too. There's no way we come back from this. I don't like... Dude, this card is not exciting to me. I mean, granted, we missed all of our fucking land drops and got screwed out versus a aggro deck going off over there, but there we go. Thassa becomes a creature. It's 5 to, it doesn't matter. Like another creature on the board doesn't help me. He's got like a board that's like 7 wide that goes even wider every single turn with the artifact, and a creature that pumps it. I'm not sure we survive anything. And if he's got any removal in hand, like maybe we could have played it and hoped to block, but it doesn't seem that way. I don't think so. I think it's 5 too, right? So we would have had 1 from Thassa, 2 from our creature. That's 3. That's nowhere near 5. Is there anything else we had that was giving us devotion? It's not even remotely close. All right, we're going to give this card another try, this expertise, but it doesn't feel good. The sweeper spell. I don't have the sweeper spell on my deck. Oh, did we play the black sweeper in the end? I don't think we did. Maybe we should be. Maybe that 5 mana card should be, maybe this card should be the sweeper. Okay. I've got the -3/-3 in there. Okay. I don't remember if we got, I know we pulled it out initially. I don't remember if we kept it. No, but in the sideboard. There's no sideboard. It's best of 1. There's just an... That's so annoying to draw that in 3. Is he going to counter my Skitterer because I don't have mana? That's rough. Shark Typhoon Siphon, or Cycle. Okay. Okay. Maybe we need to play the sweeper. So it's a 3 mana counter, as well as a Thassa. We can tutor up more lands with Surveyor if we want to take 3 and develop Thassa. What other plays are there here? Pretty much that's it, right? It's that or hold up Sprite, pass. I guess we could Tomb, hold up. We can't hold up Sprite though, so it's just play tomb, draw off tomb is okay too. I want lands, but the problem with this for lands is it's extremely expensive to recast Surveyor next turn. We'll have done nothing. I don't necessarily need value. He's got a 3/2 beater on the board. It may not be value I need to generate. It might actually just need to be things to do. I like Tome as a nice... Getting Tome resolved is actually not terrible either. Oh, it's not. It bounces it back in. Okay, never mind. I got there. It just took me a second. Sorry, chat. I was thinking it was putting it back in my hand, but it's really not, is it? It's just giving me lands. This is by far the best play then. Good. All right. It's fine. It's a card I've never played with. Oh my god. I was thinking it was putting it back in my hand. I'm like, it's too slow. It's like too slow to have this fucking card back in my hand. So that's why I was considering the Tome play. On 5, it's not bad to hold up Sprite with, it's on a flash creature. It is a flash counter with Tome and then draw. No blocks. Keep tutoring lands every turn. Seems fine. I just noticed that he main phased hieroglyphic illumination for the cycle. I think this is Tome, hold up Sprite and Rider. Tutor another land in. I don't really want to play into this empty mana, and I don't really I mean, I could... Unsummoning this is okay, it just recreates it, it's not great. I take another 3, could set up Skeleton to gang block. He might actually want me to gang block, because he wants to kill the Surveyor, stop generating infinite value. But I think I'm just playing this. We get to hold up 2 situational cards. Probably use our mana. If we don't do that, we can draw. I think it's fine. Not pass turn. How do I... Is this going to give me a prompt? Okay, hold on. Let's resume turn. Nope. Alright, I think we have enough card advantage in hand with Fasta developed right now that I'm going to burn tombs for Scries. I'm not super keen on countering that, but it's a really big tempo play.
Have returned.
Okay, I'm happy to remove that later. Don't need it right now. Thanks, Concomer Star, for the 30 months. Welcome back. Okay. Guess I'm taking that. Alright, we'll scry on his end step. Don't need that. We'll scry on our main, I think. Or on our turn, rather. Card wins games. I'm okay with that. It's probably a good way to beat him here. Alright, so we can bounce 3 and play out the sword, I guess, for free. Can't equip it this turn. What are we on for lands? 6 right now. It's 2 to equip. It's a little unfortunate. What else do we have as a play here? Could Rider, but it's not very exciting. He's on 4 lands. It's gonna fuck his day up to bounce 3 of his things and do something else. So I think we're gonna do that. Yeah. This game would be a lot harder if I didn't have any lands, huh? Okay. I don't like playing the sword here because it reveals it and it's a pretty solid thing to have as a hidden thing. Yeah, immediately punished for it, but it's still valuable. Eats the god. So there's no creatures in graveyards, right? So the rebirth doesn't do anything at the moment. It's going to make my non-creature spells more expensive. I'm really surprised that he took... I mean, I guess he wants the mill. So maybe I take a turn off, let this... Well, it's 2 turns off. It's going to put 1,000,000 cards in his graveyard. Kind of like Shark here as well. Like hold up Shark. It's not super exciting adding cards to his graveyard, but I really do think milling him here is going to be pretty brutal. Alright, what is this? Okay, non-creature spells cost more mana, that's fine. He's got to put something on the board. He's at 17 cards after 1 hit with this stupid sword. And this sword, this guy has protection from blue right now. And another body out. Check the contents of the graveyard. I'm not sure it matters, like, right? Like, I'm gonna mill him again for 10 more before he has a chance for that thing to resolve. So I'm gonna have to check in a minute is what my point is. That's non-counterable because it's an eternal. Wait, is it? Is this a cast check? Can I counter this or no? I can't, right? Eternalize an ability. Okay. Annoying. Still developing that. Okay. Could just remove it. Maybe I should have held it up again, but that's the plan. All right, what do we want? Not that. Kind of want card advantage on this. Murderous Rider for 5, and then get in for 1,000,000. Create another token. It just seems good enough. I almost don't care. Okay. So here we're gonna remove this. Cost me 5 to do that. Okay. Get in for damage. Okay. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have cast Shark. I was thinking about attacking through the 5/4, but there was never a world in which I wasn't going to Murderous Rider there. So probably it was just better to Murderous Rider end step there. And remove that and swing again, honestly. But there we go. Surveyor too strong. Agreed. Agreed. I'm glad I finally got to the point of remembering that the fucking card would actually work with the god I'd resolved. That game would have been a lot harder if we weren't getting lands every play. Opponent goes first, we're going second. We've got Fixing in hand and a Mana Dork. We'll keep this. Unfortunate to see Swamp here again, but I know people suggesting cutting Surveyor always make me grumpy. It's such a good card. Although we can only get to 2 lands and never get past it. With the sword, if you connect 3 times, you win. Yeah, oftentimes you connect 2 times, you win. But yep. What did he just do? He once upon a time to get a crab for milling me. That's scary. Land. Ah, it's so annoying when you get your lands milled by that. Like, it doesn't actually matter, right? But it feels bad. It's a feel bad. Land. I mean, good game. Thanks for playing. Magic is a fun game. Okay. So this is 2 games in a row with the Mana Screw, unfortunately. Last time we managed to get out of it with the Surveyor. I'm not sure we're going to here. I'm the best player in Battle Brothers. Played a lot of Battle Brothers. Made a lot of guides. Oh my god, we hit a land drop. What is this game? I think it's Mana Dork. I don't even know what colors this provides. Blue, red, or green. Okay. Alright, what else has been milled? Lost our Planeswalker. Okay. Dude, into Ashiok. Alright, well, you know what's... This is pretty strong already, this opening that he's played, but it's insanely strong when I'm mana screwed and can't do anything. So I'm down to 13 cards in deck, and I've only played 1 card this game. So I don't think we come back from this. 5 mana. Only 1 blue. So I can't even play my 5 drops. Can tutor up a land, I guess, and then Exclusion Mage, and that's about as good as I can get. Oh, wait, does this not let me tutor? Oh my god. There's more text on Ashiok than it just mills your entire deck and you lose. I didn't even know I couldn't that did that. That's funny. Okay. Are there any worlds in which we win this game? No. There's never a world where we're winning that game anyways. We're just going to run out of cards before we can do anything. Our deck is not based around pressuring them out. It's based around valuing them out. So, okay. Yeah. Alright, another black mana, of course, entirely useless. I think we can concede from here. We have 7 cards left in our deck. Why don't... Alright, Swarday. I know you're new to the channel, I can tell from your interaction, and I'm not sure if English is your second language or your first language. I think second from the way you're typing, so I think there's some communication that's going in here. You can check the list of played games I've played below my stream. I've played Monster Train on stream. We also have a system for recommending games on this channel. You can do it via my Discord, but you just randomly in the middle of a day of Magic telling me to play other games is kind of really weird. So I know you're not trying to be offensive, but it comes off a little offensive. So take a sec, chill, acquaint yourself with the channel. Welcome to the Twitch stream. It's a little different. Feel free to ask me questions if you have things about that. But yeah. All right, keeping a 2-lander, going second. We have both colors and a draw card that also scries for 0. Seems reasonable. Maybe we'll get to play a game. Yeah, that'd be exciting. I mean, we're not there yet because we don't have our 3rd land yet, Flipper, but maybe. Cast your 2nd spell each turn. Do something annoying. Okay. I'm not entirely certain what I'm scrying for here. A 4th land, I guess? I don't even need to. Maybe I'll wait a turn. Okay. Swamp's not a bad idea. Alright, we're gonna do this for life gain, honestly. So, let's look. Exclusion Mage is excellent here. We're gonna keep that. Bounces a token. Could even be the Clarion Spirit. I don't care about trading off for this. Okay. Alright, we do want Swamp here. Blocks every time. It's going to be a 2nd spell though, right? So this is going to be a block into a combat trick into a creature, which is going to be miserable. But I'm still blocking here. It's not like I get any value from this Exclusion Mage being on board, right? Sure. Alright, I want my fucking sweeper in this deck. I gotta figure out how to fit this in if we survive this round. We're getting run over repeatedly. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So is this a knight? It's a warrior. It's not. Other attacking creatures get... Oh my god. Alright. So this is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I can't block. If he's got any combat or interactions, we're fucked. I can Murderous Rider as removal, but it's really weak here. I think it's better to get 2 bodies on the board than it is to do the other. Yeah. 5 mana, plenty of spells. Is it going to be double spell again? Unbreakable formation. I mean, seriously, there's not a chance in hell we can go second and beat this play. Like, there's just no way. It just runs us over every single time. It's 2-drop into fucking 3-drop that generates 2 creatures into multi-spells off a Clarion Spirit. Like, I don't quite know what to do about that. I can't even kill that now. So we take 11? I don't think we're still in it. What do I even need? I need untapped land, right? I can't even block with this thing. It's just a fucking chump blocker. It's so useless. Like that, I guess? These are... Why is it... These are tokens. They're permanent. That's so annoying. What do you think? Lava Axe to face to finish this game up? Enters the library. Search your library for 2 creature cards. Fuck. Of course. Hits them both. One of them giant killer. Second spell. I mean, seems tricky to get any sense of how the fuck we go forward with this game. Curves out too. Full saturation of mana, 5 turns running. White red goes first, curves out, generating 2 tokens off the 2-drop. That seems so insane. I know the power level of this format's crazy, but fuck. So what do we do? We can generate a blocker. Blocker's not good enough, right? Is a blocker and removal good enough? Technically keeping us alive. Nothing pumps these, so technically the biggest is a 3. We get giant killer is the problem. So we can't do anything about that. So this creature's already always dead. I can't counter giant killer as an instant. I don't think there's any way to survive this. I'll play for him making a mistake and getting an extra blocker on the field to get another turn, but this seems impossible here. Rider on the board gives lifelink. I don't think I can come back from that, right? Is blocking good enough there? It's like, he's gonna giant killer this turn into tapping. I think there's no way we do it. We're dead, right? Like he'll just tap the Murderous Rider and never get the block with it past, I guess, this turn. Imagine this. Oh, I lose 2 life off this anyways. I didn't remember there's a second part to that. Sure. Alright. That got fucking destroyed. 0 and 3 with that, right? I think you're right. I think I had to play the Rider out. It's terrible. I just didn't remember there's a 2 mana life tax to playing that. I guess 1 and 3. Okay. Ugh, that's ugly. I mean, that was 2 land screws into going second versus another aggro deck. Just, I don't know quite what to do about that. I don't think I ever beat that from that position. All right, off we go again. You don't understand why they push for a game that ends in 4 turns. I know what you mean. It's fine to have an aggro deck. He drew very well for his fucking aggro deck, which is annoying as shit. I did pay out the prediction, didn't I? Okay. Drafting a cube blind is an uphill battle for sure. All right, so what do we have in here? Thoughtseize is very solid always. Not always. It's draft. You can top deck it. It's worse than that, but it's a nice solid card. Back for More is a recursion, instant recursion spell with fighting and often 2 or 3 for 1s, which is pretty nasty. I don't know what this card is. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green insect counter. If you have control 6 or more, create a token that's a copy of Scoot Swarm instead. Okay. There's a Vraska in there. Overwhelming Splendor seems a little weak. Red removal, but not particularly exciting. Swarm seems very powerful. But 6 land drops after 3 is quite a lot. But still, it just generates tokens for 3. Do we first pick Swarm here? It's not amazing. What is this? Bird costs 4 less. It's pretty good. Icy's in here. I don't want to commit to Swarm. It seems very slow. Thoughtseize seems good. Vraska's is good. Icy's good and it's colorless. I don't feel like anything in this pack is like an absolute bomb. This card is slow but okay. This card is okay but not amazing. 2 colors as well. These cards don't, I mean, this card is fine but not exceptional in draft. I think I just take the Icy. Okay. Immortal Sun, very slow, quite powerful. It's a Languish, which is a sweeper. We got ran over 2 of our 3 games last time. Treasure Map is nice fixing and scrying, which is great. There's another Surveyor. It's a cheap removal spell in blue. I don't know what a party is. Oh, it's like a D&D reference. Okay. Skyclave is removal. Kind of. Not kind of, it is removal. So Treasure Map's a little appealing to me. It's a bit slow. Languish is a nice sweeper, but not exceptional. I think Immortal Sun's too slow to grab here, although it's another artifact. Is this Skyclave? Is this good enough to first pick? It's a body that removes shit and it removes everything. CMC 4 or less. Or is it just Surveyor for fixing? I might just Surveyor here. I don't know. The apparition looks fine, but I kind of like not having a committed color yet. All right, 2/1 kicker. When it enters the battlefield, copy the next instant sword. Converting cards 2 or less. Cast your turn when you cast it. Okay. It's a bit slow, or rather, a bit clunky. Proliferate, God's Willing, Fabled Passages, Blast Zones, Lightning Axe. Chainir Arachnir with some Rolling Eruption. Deals 3 damage to any target. If it was kicked, deals 5. That's okay. That's just whatever removal. None of these cards seem good to me, chat. So I'm between Fabled Passage, the Chain Web, and Royal Eruption. All of these seem pretty bad.